Kofi stopped drawing happy pictures the day the bathwater started burning.
Please subscribe, like, and comment. Subscription is free.
The morning sun painted golden stripes across Kofi's bedroom floor as he lay perfectly still, listening. The familiar sounds of his parents' morning routine, his father's electric razor buzzing, his mother's heels clicking across marble tiles, the clink of coffee cups, usually comforted him. But now these sounds marked the countdown to when he'd be alone with Amma. At breakfast, Kofi pushed his omelet around the plate. His mother's perfume kissed his forehead as she rushed past. "Eat up, sweetheart. Amma will walk you to school." His father barely glanced up from his tablet, murmuring about a delayed merger. Neither noticed how their son's fingers trembled around his juice glass. Amma stood in the kitchen doorway, drying her hands on a dish towel. The same hands that... "Come, little man," she said brightly, reaching for his school bag. "Bath time when we get home, yes?" Her smile didn't reach her eyes. Kofi remembered the first time it happened. Just last month, during his evening bath. Amma's usual efficient scrubbing had slowed, her fingers trailing elsewhere. "Big boys need extra cleaning here," she'd whispered, her breath hot against his damp neck. When he'd squirmed away, her grip had tightened painfully. "Bad boys get punished. Good boys keep secrets." The walk to school felt endless. Amma's fingers dug into his shoulder as they passed the mango tree at the corner. "Remember our game tonight?" she murmured. Kofi focused on counting sidewalk cracks, 37, 38, 39, until the school gates offered temporary refuge. In class, teacher Esi's observant eyes missed nothing. She saw how Kofi's once colorful drawings now featured black swirls that tore through the paper. How he recoiled when classmates bumped him in line. How his weekend news journal entries had shrunk to single words, "Fine." "Okay." "Nothing." During art period, when Kofi snapped a crayon in his clenched fist, teacher Esi knelt beside him. "Your hands are telling me a story," she said softly, placing fresh paper before him. "What can't your voice say?" That night, Amma came to his room earlier than usual. The scent of her coconut hair oil filled his nose as she slid under the covers. "Special boys get special love," she whispered. Kofi turned his face into Mr. Monkey, his stuffed toy, biting the fabric to stay quiet. Later, he lay staring at the ceiling, tracing the crack that looked like a lightning bolt with his eyes until dawn. The next morning, Kofi handed teacher Esi his drawing. A small stick figure in a bathtub, a larger figure with spidery hands looming over it, and red scribbles everywhere. The teacher's face went pale, but her voice stayed steady. "Thank you for trusting me with this truth." When Kofi's parents arrived for the emergency meeting, their impatience hung thick in the air. "Really, Madame Esi," Mrs. Mensah sighed, checking her diamond watch. "Children fantasize." The teacher slid the drawing across the table. Mr. Mensah's coffee cup froze halfway to his lips. The red scribbles weren't crayon. Kofi had used his own scraped knee blood. At home that evening, Mrs. Mensah walked in on Amma, helping Kofi change for bed. The way her son scrambled away, pajama top half-buttoned, told the whole story. When confronted, Amma laughed. "He's confused. I was just..." Mr. Mensah's roar shook the walls. "Look at what you've done to my son." In the hospital examination room, Kofi's parents finally really saw, the bruises shaped like fingerprints on his small thighs. The way he startled at sudden movements. How he stared at the sink faucet like it might bite him. As the police led Amma away, Mrs. Mensah collapsed against the hallway tiles, her designer suit soaking up tears. "We were right here," she gasped. "Eating dinner at the same table, watching TV in the same room. How didn't we?" Mr. Mensah cradled his trembling son, finally understanding why Kofi had stopped asking to help wash the car months ago. Lessons Kofi learned. 1. Predators hide in plain sight. They weaponize your trust while violating your child. 2. Silence speaks volumes. A child's withdrawn behavior is a scream in muted tones. 3. Belief is the first aid. Immediate validation can stop years of psychological bleeding. 4. Caregiving isn't ownership. No helper should claim private moments with your child. That first bath after Amma's arrest, Kofi's father rolled up his dress sleeves and knelt by the tub. "You're the boss today," he said, handing his son the washcloth. When Kofi tentatively took it, his father remained present but didn't touch, just sat there singing off-key school songs until the water grew cold and Kofi's laughter, though fragile, finally returned.